So, Lily, why did you choose this location for our interview today?
Well, James, I was walking by here the other day, and I was just noticing how beautiful it is, and I was thinking, if I sat here, someone could walk by and just be entranced by my beauty and come and talk to me.
Ah, I see. That's very interesting. Alright, well, I'll start with some more basic questions, like, how old are you?
I'm 29, which to some people is a little old, but I still feel really young because I'm so beautiful, and guys are always attracted by me. But society thinks that I need to get married really soon, and I guess I agree, because I'm not going to be happy until I'm married.
So if you were to get married, what kind of man would you be looking for?
He would need to be rich, and hopefully not really fat and ugly.
Ah, so you're not very shallow anyways. Can you get a rich guy, though?
Well, I'm not married because I'm looking for the right guy, and he has to be really, really rich. And so far, I haven't found anyone who's good enough.
If you could elaborate on what you said before, do you need to get married just because society tells you to?
Well, as a woman in society, I'm expected to get married. I mean, I'm already 29. What else am I going to do with my life? I think about it, and sometimes I wish that I could be like a guy and just never marry and just be a bachelor. But, you know, there's a problem because I really want to be wealthy, and I can't be wealthy without a man.
I heard these rumors about you and Selden. I don't think he's that rich, is he?
You're right, James. He's really not. And, although he's nice and all, I really don't think he's going to cut it. He's not a guy who can, make me one of society's elite. But, you know, when I go and visit him, he brings a sense of, reality, and he's just a really moral man. And, of course, I do like him, but because this world is the way it is, I have to marry a really rich guy. I, sometimes wish that I could just settle down and marry a guy like him, but there's no way I'm going to be happy. As a child, all of the times when I was struggling, I just really want to get away from that dingy life I used to live, and there's no way I can have that if I'm with Selden.
How about Rosedale, the rich Jewish man who keeps hitting on you? What about him?
Well, it's pretty obvious that he's interested in me because he keeps flirting with me all the time and everything, but I don't know, he just doesn't feel right with him either. He is rich and everything, but I feel like if I marry him, I'm just going to be, totally confined and not have any freedom for myself. And I don't know, I think about it a lot, and I wish that I wasn't a woman in this world because I have to get married. That's what society and everyone expects of me.
Also, I've heard about you and Mr. Turner having some affairs. Could you tell us a little more about that?
Well, that story got really messed up. Mr. Turner, he told me that he was going to invest my money in the stock market for me and make me rich, which I thought, that's great. But then I got an invitation from Judy asking me to come over to their house. So I did, and of course Judy wasn't there, and it was only Mr. Turner. So I thought that was pretty suspicious, and he kept saying that I owe him for something, and I don't even know what that means. How could I pay him back for that?
Well, what do you think about the other women in New York City?
A lot of the women in New York, they gossip a lot, and they're really materialistic, but I guess that's what it takes to be part of the elite society, and that's what I'm going to have to be.
For your time, Miss Bart. And by the way, I found your hat to be very interesting.
Oh, thank you, James. I bought it the other day when I was out shopping for a really large amount of money. For some reason, guys just give me money all the time, and I thought, well, I might as well. But I was actually thinking of making my own business and starting to make hats and everything. Well, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I can do some things on my own. Anyway, thanks, James, for the interview.